All praises to Yahweh, Ba'ashem Shai, Ba'ashem Kodash, double honors to the elders and apostles of Great Stone. Shalom to the elect wishing this word in truth and in sincerity. We do have receiving mercy of Yahweh, Ba'ashem Shai. Yahweh is the name of the Heavenly Father. Yahweh Shai is the name of His only begotten Son. You so-called Negroes, Hispanics, and Native Americans are the Israelites according to the prophecies that are written in the Scriptures. I want to make it known that the RFID microchip is the MOTB. The serpent's juice is the precursor to the MOTB. Yahweh Shai, whom they will ignorantly call Jesus, is about to make his return upon the earth, to deliver his elect and to pour out judgment, as it is written. So I want to go straight into this lesson. Concerning hard times ahead. This is 2 Ezra 15 verse 5. Behold, said the Lord, I will bring plagues upon the world, the sword, famine, death, and destruction. For wickedness had exceedingly polluted the whole earth, and their earthful works are fulfilled. So we watch a take place right now, from the wars to the higher cost of living, to the famine that is coming, All these things correlate with the prophecy that Yahweh Shai sent out his prophets to prophesy. Everything that Yahweh Shai had foretold by the mouth of his prophets, these things are coming to pass. As the scripture says, at the end it shall come and not tarry. This is what's taking place now. That's why you hear of wars and rumors of wars. Why do you think these things are transpiring now in the, at the level which it is taking place here? Why do you think that is going on? Is it coincidence? No. It is the workings of Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai. So let me play this clip for you.
The U.S. Treasury Department has concluded that the United States of America is now insolvent.
America is in a credit crisis because people are not able to pay their credit card bills.
5,759 cases of bankruptcy.
This would be the worst run business in all of history, all time ever.
Something is coming, and deep down a lot of people can feel it, even if they can't quite name it. The signs are stacking up in ways that are hard to ignore. Today we're going to walk through them together. Let's get into it.
The guy who called the 2008 crash just said the next one is going to be even worse. So Michael Burry, as everyone knows, the Big Short guy, he just posted a warning on Substack saying that the U.S. market is basically like a coiled spring primed for a massive crash. And his argument, well, hard to dismiss. His first concern is index funds. Over 60% of all equity fund assets are now in passive investing. Think your S&P 500 ETFs and your 401ks. So now what's the problem? Well, those funds, they buy everything that's in the index, no matter what. Nobody's actually working out which companies are truly worth investing in anymore. Burry basically calls it idiot savant money. It goes in, but no real price discovery is actually happening at a stock level. And here's where it gets interesting. Most of that passive money came from baby boomers putting cash into their 401ks for decades. That generation is now hitting that age where they're legally required to start withdrawing. And Burry's saying that by 2028, for the first time ever, those mandatory withdrawals will actually exceed new contributions. So the very engine that pumped the market up for the last 30 years, it's going to start running in reverse. Then there's buybacks. Companies like Amazon, Alphabet, Microsoft, Meta, and Oracle, their combined share buybacks dropped by 74% in Q4, down to just $12.6 billion. Why? Because they're borrowing billions of dollars to fund AI infrastructure instead. Oracle borrowed $25 billion and Meta borrowed $30 billion. Buybacks have basically been propping up stocks for years. So when that support disappears, what's holding things up? Burry's conclusion is that crashes are going to get more violent, more correlated across assets, and longer in duration. He even thinks the next one is going to be worse than Liberation Day. And he's not being vague about it either. He's saying the gloom might stick for a long time. Whether you agree with him or not, he's been right about this sort of thing in the past, so it's definitely raising some eyebrows.
This is a holy war. This is a spiritual war. It's down to the wire, man. We are on the final heartbeats of a system, a financial system, a global power system. Let me get one thing straight. It's not going to look different when it's over with. Your life, your small life, might be the exact same when this is over with, but there's a changing of guard. And those who are catching it while it's happening are going to reap the rewards.
So let me see if I got this right. After reviewing consolidated financial reports from 2025 last week, the U.S. Treasury Department has concluded that the United States of America is now insolvent. And this is making America great.
If that's where things are headed, the smartest move you can make right now is to protect what you have. New numbers out of Washington show inflation is on the rise again. Another threat to you, your savings account, and your retirement. Just ask yourself an honest question. Does your dollar go as far as it did 10 years ago, 5 years ago, or even last year? So what does the next decade look like for you and your savings? You see, if your portfolio lacks it.
The thing is, people don't understand, say, this crash, what I'm a witness now, this is not a random coincidence, you know. Something just happened due to bad management, bad overseers. No, this was engineered by the global elites, more so Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai, if I want to get to the nitty gritty, you know, because a transition, we're in the process of a transition stage from this cash trade economy, you know, or you buy and sell, or you get service doing trade using cash. This system is coming to an end in which the more reach that cashless point in which all purchases, all transaction should be done via a digital transaction. Hence, all nations around the world developing this digital identification. All nations around the world are developing digital central currency, yo. And these things are not any form of coincidence. This is where it's going to, yo. Digitalization. And the end goal is to give you this RFID microchip, which is going to be embedded under the skin. And this is what they're going to be using to buy and sell. It's going to have all the information, you know, for your biometric, your medical information, financial information, you know, your wearable, your address. Every information you can think about is going to be on this chip. Because we're heading into a digital economy. So what people are see a play out now, it's all by engineered. Let me say it's all by design. That's the word I'm looking for. So as the year make mention of inflation, this is what the scripture had said. This is Haggai 1 verse 5. And it read, "Now therefore, thus saith Yahweh of hosts, consider your ways. Ye have sown much," and this sown like our people so much, yo. Which other people in the world work as hard as our people? From the tribes, all the tribes, yo. Just say, ye have sown much and bring in little. Ye eat, but ye have not enough. Ye drink, but ye are not filled with drink. Ye clothe you, but there is none warm. And either earn it wages to put it into a bag with O's. That is how you feel. Even recently I'm watching a couple clips where people are saying they want to make way more money in 2025, 2026 than what them they make in 2020, 2018, and them still live hand to mouth because you making more money, you're not putting into consideration inflation, you know. So the money where you have now, you don't have the value where you once had. So you might see yourself with more cash, but in the trade market, by the time you go and buy you pay a couple bills, you buy food, you know, you putting them, pay school fee, you putting them lunch money, pay a car note, mortgage, rent, whatever it may be. It's in various bills. You don't even have money to can buy a drink for yourself and easy back and say, oh, John, that's how hard it is. And it's about to get even worse. And we're watching the escalation of this war to push this over that boiling point, yo. Because as we have said out here in Jamaica, consistently that we wholeheartedly believe that the lack of bread is going to be the main catalyst for people to be chaotic here. It's going to be violence in the streets. As written in 2nd Ezra 6, say you got to fight against the evil with your neighbors, yo, when there's a lack of bread. This is what's coming. So hope this is fine. We don't want to say Kalalal, Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahushai, Ba'ashem Kodesh. It was just a thought that came to mind when I was just watching this video. And I said, why not just put in my 2 cents? You know, just press play. So what I don't want to say once more, Kalalal, Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahushai, Ba'ashem Kodesh. Shalom.